Today we're going to talk about the ALCS and more. That's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. So, for a disclaimer, I'm going to put the NLCS on pause just because the Braves are up 3-1 right now. I'm very excited about this Game 5 today, but we've got 4 main discussions to talk about in today's video about things that have been going on around baseball, whether that's in the ALCS or in the offseason stuff. So that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. But before I get into this video, a lot of you that watch these videos are not subscribed, so I'm going to need you to hit that subscribe button right now, leave a like, and turn on notifications for this channel. Subscribe, leave a like, and turn on notifications for this channel. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. So, our first thing that we're going to talk about is the ALCS. The Astros lead 3-2 right now. This has been a series of change because the Red Sox looked like when they were up 2-1 that they had control of this series, and they were hitting 3 grand slams in 2 games. They just were feeling very, very good about themselves, but the Astros have won the next 2 games to get a 3-2 lead in the division, in the series, and are on the cusp of possibly going to the World Series once again. Their last World Series appearance, obviously, they appeared in 2017 when they were banging trash cans and ended up winning it, along with 2019 against the Washington Nationals. So, yeah, Javier Baez pitched great last night. Obviously, there was a little bit of rumors about for some kind of Red Sox radio broadcaster that he was possibly cheating, which is very interesting. But the Astros lead this series 3-2. We know about this Astros lineup that has been so good in this series. And this has been a series of offense. The whole series, it's been a series of offense. It's been offense with 2 great lineups here. Between the Red Sox with Alex Verdugo, Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, and more. And you've got, obviously, the Astros lineup with Carlos Correa, who knows if he'll be retained this offseason, along with Jose Altuve, Kyle Tucker, Yordan Alvarez. So many great hitters in both lineups, and the Astros, the reason why they're up is their pitching. Their pitching's been very solid. The bullpen's helped out a lot, too. And that's even without their best pitcher in Lance McCullers Jr., and they don't even have Justin Verlander either. So the Astros are leading 3-2 by the Astros winning in, I think it was 7 games that I had them winning, 6 or 7 games that I had them winning. I think the Astros do end up winning this series, and it looks like they're going to go on to face the Braves in the World Series. So, yeah, the ALCS Astros are leading this 3-2 right now. I think that this could change. Yeah. So let's go ahead and head over to our second topic. Who's the next San Diego Padres manager? That's the next topic that we're going to kind of go ahead and discuss. And the Padres managerial search is very interesting here because I said that one thing that they needed to do this offseason was definitely fire Jace Tingler with how bad that they've been in these 2 years under Jace Tingler as the manager. So, with that, obviously, they're going to have a new manager. Ron Washington's the guy that I think they should heavily look at. Ron Washington is a really good manager. As much as I want to see him stay in Atlanta and be with the Braves because he's been so good for the Braves, and he's made risky moves in this playoffs for the Braves, and that's exactly what a team needs. He's sent runners home when, they're just getting home. And he's been just so good for the Braves. Mike Shildt, who was just fired from the St. Louis Cardinals, questionably, definitely, after what a run they made this year to end up advancing to the wild card game and losing in the wild card game. So Mike Shildt's another option. Jay Bell's another option. He does really well with young players. He's the Double-A coach for the New York Yankees. Yeah, those are 3 options of who could be the next San Diego Padres manager. If I'm who's hiring this next manager, and I'm looking at this, I'm going with Mike Shildt. There's no reason why you shouldn't have signed Mike Shildt with how good he's been with the Cardinals. He's been very good with the Cardinals, and I think that signing somebody like Mike Shildt would be very, very crucial. And Ron Washington had a decent managerial time in Texas as well. And Jay Bell doesn't have a lot of experience managing in the majors, but it does in the minors. So for Mike Shildt in St. Louis, so he had 3 full years with the Cardinals, and he replaced Mike Matheny and his in 2018. 2018 when he came in, 41-28 after that. 2019, 91-71. Last year, 30-28, and 90-72 this year. He had a very good managerial stint with the Cardinals. It's questionable why they fired him, and it makes no sense why they fired him. So for the Padres, it makes a lot of sense to go and get Mike Shildt for a team that vastly underperformed this year, for a team that was looking as a World Series contender at the start of the season, was definitely not that. Fernando Tatis is not getting shoulder surgery, and I think that the Padres would benefit the most from getting Mike Shildt as the next manager in San Diego. Who knows what will happen with Jace Tingler, their former manager, either. Topic 3, the White Sox are going to pick up the option on Craig Kimbrel and then trade him, according to multiple sources. And this makes a ton of sense. Kimbrel had over a 5 ERA after going to Chicago this year, posting a 0.49 ERA before going to the south side of Chicago this year. And for Kimbrel, this wasn't a good fit. This wasn't a good fit for the White Sox, period. It made absolutely no sense that they got him at the trade deadline in the first place, with them already having Liam Hendricks closing, Michael Kopech, Garrett Crochet. They have literally the best closer in baseball that they just signed to the biggest reliever deal in Major League Baseball history, and now you're going to get another star closer. It absolutely makes no sense. A questionable move by the White Sox. Absolutely makes no sense at all. Obviously, it was just not it for Kimbrel. He needs to be the ninth inning guy, and he wasn't that with Liam Hendricks being there. He was kind of the eighth inning guy, the seventh inning guy. We didn't really know. And I think it's better that they both part ways. I think it makes a lot more sense that they both part ways. And it's good for both sides that they part ways. Now let's go and look at some possible trade partners for the White Sox and Craig Kimbrel. A team that definitely could look at snagging Craig Kimbrel from the White Sox is the Philadelphia Phillies. I thought the Phillies might sign him or might trade for him during the trade deadline, but he didn't. And I think Philadelphia would be a great fit. There's past connections with Craig Kimbrel and Dave Dombrowski, who is now the with the Phillies. There's connections there from back in Kimbrel's time with the Boston Red Sox, where he was very effective, and the Phillies would definitely benefit greatly from this. They have Jose Alvarado. They have some decent bullpen arms. They just really need a shutdown closer, and for a team that blows so many saves every year. And that's really part of the reason why they don't make – a lot of the reason, actually, why they don't make the playoffs. If this team got a shutdown closer in the night, this team is a team that could definitely be much better. I mean, there's 10 to 15 more games that they win, if not 20, with a better bullpen. Next spot's Toronto, the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have a very good farm system, and the Blue Jays definitely could be interested in a guy like Craig Kimbrel for a team that, once again, has Jordan Romano, but he could slide over to the eighth inning, and then you have Craig Kimbrel in the ninth. And, I think that works out perfectly, really, in Toronto. I think Toronto would be a good destination. Toronto definitely could use some bullpen help after struggling in the bullpen this year. Kirby Yates was on a one-year deal, had to have shoulder surgery, and did not pitch all year, which was unfortunate for them. He was their going to be closer this year, but that did not happen. And another spot, San Diego. I think the Padres could definitely look at a guy like Craig Kimbrel. The Padres are always interested in a lot of pitching, and a guy like Craig Kimbrel could definitely be interesting to them. They didn't really have they had Mark Melancon. He's only on a one-year deal, I'm pretty sure. So I think that the Padres could think about that too. So the Padres, Phillies, and Blue Jays would all be interested in Craig Kimbrel. And the final topic is the Mets are likely to retain Javier Baez this offseason to a long-term deal, quote, early in the offseason, according to multiple sources. So Javier Baez is a player that either you like or dislike, and the Mets seem to like him a lot, going off what they traded for him and more. I think the Mets like him a little more, too, because Francisco Lindor likes him, and they kind of have to go off that being kind of the star player of their team. But he did do better in Queens this year. 22 home runs, 65 RBIs, and a 248 batting average in Chicago this year. Then he came over to New York halfway through the season, 9 home runs, 22 RBIs, and a 299 batting average. We all know the story with Javier Baez. It's always been the strikeouts. It's been a ton of strikeouts. He never walks, and he's just a lot of power and a low batting average. And if he can get that batting average up, he's going to be in for a lot of money. But it absolutely makes no sense for the Mets. I'm sorry, Mets fans, but the reason why would you go with Javier Baez here? Yes, he could play second base, but still, you just signed a guy in Francisco Lindor to a big, massive deal last offseason, and you're going to go for another shortstop, second baseman the next offseason? Huh? And it just doesn't make a lot of sense at all. If I'm the Mets, I'm definitely not looking at Javi Baez. I'm looking at bringing the two pitchers back in Stroman and Syndergaard this year. I think that's the smarter idea, and the bigger picture here is bringing Marcus Stroman and Noah Syndergaard back, because Syndergaard obviously didn't pitch this year. I don't think he pitched last year either. But Stroman's a guy who's been really, really good for this team. And for DeGrom, who's been a little injury bug lately, they definitely need to bring the Marcus Stroman back. And Javier Baez, I don't think should be their top priority this offseason. I'm sorry, you just signed another shortstop last offseason to a massive deal, like I said. And our last kind of topic is the umpires are terrible. I'm sorry, but the umpires are so bad. The Braves, I think, should have swept the Dodgers already in this series with the bad call of A.J. Pollock down the third base line. We all know about how the Astros went off for, what was it, nine or so, 7, I think, maybe runs in the ninth inning, and that was because of a bad call with a Nathan Eovaldi strike. And this is getting ridiculous. Umpires are terrible. You need to bring in the robot umpires, because the umpires that are actually on the field, as much weird as it may look with robot umpires, it's going to be way better than what it is, because it's bad. It's really, really bad how bad these umpires are. I'm sorry, but they're really, really bad, and it's kind of getting out of hand with the Joe West and Angel Hernandez's of the league. It's getting out of hand, and the umpires are terrible. I'm sorry, but Ron Manfred, you need to bring robot umpires in. I know you, probably don't listen to anything the fans say. But, yeah, that's besides the point. So, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, just kind of discussing baseball, talking about the latest news and stuff around baseball, then make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn notifications, because a lot of you, 85% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. So you know what you want to do. Get your life together. Hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. Subscribe, turn notifications, and leave a like. Get your life together. Thank you for watching, and peace.